Hey guys, CleanbladE here, bringing you the Pokemon TCG online deck profile, and today we're looking into Seaking from the new set. I do believe it is from Breakthrough with Soaking Horn. So it does 10 plus 80 if this Pokemon was healed this turn, so we built that deck around it. It's a semi-decent, it's more of a fun deck, so let's just jump straight into the profile. So we're running 2 Shaman EX because it just adds consistency in the standard format. Plus, it's just a really good card. So we're running 2 Shaman. Then we are running 2 Eevee, just because Eevee's needed for Jolteon and Flareon, and we do need them in this deck because we like to hit for weakness because we only do 90 damage with Seaking. So now we're running 1 Flareon with Flare Effect, just for those pesky grass decks and stuff like that. So we are running the Flareon. Then we are running 2 Jolteon because Shaman is very prevalent in the meta, and we can Lysandre out Shaman and kill it, so that's why we're running the 2 Jolteon. Then we're running 2 Jinx, basically the MVP of this deck. We can use Victory Kiss to heal the Seaking to be able to make us do the 80 more damage so that we're hitting for 90, and with a Muscle Band 110 for 1 energy, which is pretty good. Probably one of the best energy efficient attacks in the game if you can pull it off, so that's why we're running 2 Jinx. Then we're running 4 Goldeen because Goldeen is needed for Seaking. Then we are running 4 Seaking because we need it for the deck. We can use Reckless Charge every once in a while in very situational cases against, let's say, Baby Landers. We can attach Muscle Band, Reckless Charge for 60 times 2, which is 120, plus deal 10 damage to ourselves, so then we can use Soaking Horn next turn. So do keep that in mind when you're playing around with Seaking. But then jumping into the item cards, we are running 1 Dive Ball, and only 1 Dive Ball because you don't need to really run anymore. We only run the 8 water, and the rest are all random Pokemon. So we are just running the 1 Dive Ball. Then we are running 4 Level Ball because we grab everything with Level Ball. Besides Shaman, we can grab Jinx, the Flareon, Jolteon, Eevee, Seaking, and Goldeen, all with Level Ball, so that's why we are running Level Ball. Then we are running 1 Super Rod, because Super Rod is just really good in this deck. It allows us to grab back Seakings and Goldeens and energies and stuff like that. So Super Rod is just super good in this deck. Get it? Super Rod, super good. Anyways, then we're running 2 Switch, because Switch is really needed in the deck. We don't want to get our Jinx, Lysandre stuck in the active, or our Flareon, or our Shaman, so that's why we're running 2 Switch. But if our Jolteon gets stuck in the active, it has free retreat, so we don't mind that. We have 4 Trainers Mail in the deck just to improve consistency, because consistency is the name of the game in this deck. It's kind of like playing Gyarados from Roaring Skies, where we just want to be able to get everything consistently and fluently, so that's why we're running the 4 Trainers Mail. Then we're only running 2 Ultra Ball because we only run 2 Shaman, and it just helps us get rid of our hand a little bit for Shamans, plus it helps us get Seakings and stuff like that when we need it, but we do run the 4 Level Balls, so we don't need more than 2 Ultra Ball. Then, moving into almost the supporters, basically is the supporter, is 4 VS Seekers in the deck, one of the MVPs of the deck, because in Standard, the game has become Shaman into supporter, so the VS Seeker really helps the meta with that. It allows us to do that very easily and very fluently, so that's why we're running the 4 VS Seeker. Now jumping into the supporters, we are running 1 Judge. This helps with deck out, plus it helps with hand disruption on your opponent if they have big hands, stuff like that, so that's why we're also running 1 Judge. Plus, I think it's one of the more solid supporter cards overall. Judge is one of my more favorite cards as of recently, so that's also the reason why we are running Judge. So we're running 1 Lysandre, more or less for Shamans, because Seaking likes to hit Shamans for weakness with Jolteon and just instantly KO them. They really can't do anything about it, so that's why we're running the 1 Lysandre and 4 VS Seeker, essentially. Then we are running 4 Professor Birch, because Professor Birch is pretty good in Standard. It's probably one of the better supporters, so that's why we're running 4 of them. Assume we can't run N. Then we're running 3 Sycamore, just because Sycamore is really good in Standard. We really need it in Standard. We don't have Chorus or N or anything like that, so that's why we're running Sycamore. And we run 3 of them because we don't want to discard a lot of cards in this deck, because we need them a lot to set up and get our setup going. So that's why we're only running the 3 Sycamore. Then as a tech choice, we are running 1 Wally. You could replace this with another Lysandre if you wanted to, but I run the 1 Wally so that we can go Goldeen, Rainbow Energy, Wally, Seaking, and then have a Jinx down on the bench and just Jinx, heal, KO a Shaman or something like that right off the bat, which is really strong. So that's why I run the 1 Wally in the deck. but you could most definitely run a second Lysander and it'd still be really good. Then for our Obsidian, we're running 4 Team Magma Secret Base. This is how we get our damage counters down on our Seaking. We get it down on the Goldeen, and then when we evolve, damage counters carry over, so then we can have free healing off the Jinx to boost the attack, in which case we're doing 90 damage, and with the Muscle Band we're doing 110, so that's why we run Team Magma Secret Base. Then we are running 3 Muscle Band. Muscle Band's just really crucial. It allows us to do 110 for 1 energy. Pretty much one of the strongest attacks in the game. If Seaking was like an EX, it would be probably one of the better cards in the game at the moment, in my opinion, but as such little HP and stuff, that isn't super good, but Muscle Band makes it most definitely viable, at least in the slightest of cases. Then for our energies, we are running 4 Rainbow Energy that is basically needed in this deck. I'd say you can run it without it, but the deck just becomes less consistent overall, because sometimes you can't get your Team Magma Secret Base out turn 1, or it gets replaced right away and you don't really get that engine flowing, and that's why Rainbow Energy is really good in the deck, in my opinion. Then we're running 4 Water Energy just as a basic energy, so that we can attack with Soaking Horn. And yeah, that's basically the entire deck profile. If you guys like this deck profile, hit that thumbs up button down below. If you guys didn't, let me know, and we'll see you guys next time.